Welcome to Asian Connections. I'm your host, Amy Sahota. This episode, we'll be talking to Doug Atkinson, expert from Coty Fragrances. He's here at the Bay for 2 days promoting Coty Fragrances, so we'll learn a lot about that. First, a word from our sponsors coming up next. Welcome back, you guys. I'm here with Doug. Thank you for joining me.
You're so welcome. Thank you very much.
So you're here in Vancouver. Can you tell us what you're doing here at the Bay?
Well, Amy, what we're doing here at the Bay, we're here from Tuesday to Saturday at the Bay, Tuesday to Wednesday at the Bay downtown, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the Bay Richmond. And we're doing what's called the Coty Fragrance Universe. So what we have here is a table set up with all of our fragrances out, and you can pick and choose with an expert what you like for yourself or that special someone in your life.
Sounds fun. It's always fun to play around with different fragrances because everything smells so different on everybody. How did you get involved in cosmetics?
It's a long, long story. Many years ago when I was in university, I, of course, ran out of money in the first year, and I answered an ad in the newspaper, if you can believe, and I became a fragrance demonstrator, and it's taken off from there. So it's been a great career, and I still love the cosmetic business.
So you've done lots of stuff in cosmetics, but you've also been on a show, been the cosmetics expert?
Yeah, I was on a show called Diva on a Dime, which was a Canadian program, which was absolutely great. And what we did, we worked with individuals to teach them how to look great, hair, makeup, clothes, and it was all how to do it on a very small budget. And during that show, I represented a brand which is available in drugstores and mass retailers called New York Color. So it was a great opportunity to teach women around the country and actually around the world, because the show is international, to look great for under $25. You could look fantastic.
Do you find it's hard for a lot of women to actually have that goal, like $25, and look great?
I think a lot of women are really interested in looking great and saving money, and it's not a difficult thing to do. You've just got to be judicious in your choices and talk to experts in the store, talk to your beauty advisors, and tell them, this is what I want, this is my budget, and this is what I want to spend and no more.
So you're in Vancouver for 2 days. What type of response have you given from the people that are walking by? Because sometimes it's been really crazy busy. I've been watching you.
Yeah. I think the people in Vancouver are wonderful. The universal constant, Amy, is that everybody wants to look and smell great, and it gives them this is a super opportunity to sit down, because you're under no obligation to buy, but you do get to try. So it's a super way to determine a new fragrance for yourself. If you've worn the last fragrance for the last 20 years, it's time for something new. So this is what we give people the opportunity to do, and there's, as I said, no pressure. It's a great situation. But if you do want, we've got great gifts and wonderful things for you to take home too.
Those are always nice. So you're going to tell us a little bit about the fragrances in just a few minutes, right?
Sure.
Doug, he's from Coty Fragrances. So you're going to walk us through your line, basically, because there's lots of different perfumes.
Yeah, we have an enormous number of fragrances, Amy. So I'm going to take you through some of the real hot ones for fall and winter 2009. First, I'm going to show you Chloé. This is an eau de toilette. There's also an eau de parfum. So an eau de parfum is a little bit richer than an eau de toilette. The eau de toilette in this case is also a little different than the eau de parfum. This is sparkling and rich and gorgeous, and it's a distillation of rose with some honey, and it's a beautiful opportunity to smell ultra feminine, and actually just imagine yourself sparkling with diamond dust, and this is what that fragrance sort of smells like. It's magnificent. Then we have a new baby on the block, and this is Lola by Marc Jacobs, and this fragrance has been an international hit. We cannot make it fast enough. We're constantly running out of it, and it's amazing. And fragrances exist in 3 different levels. So top note, mid note or heart note, and base note. So what you're looking at with this is a top note of ruby red grapefruit and pink peppercorn and pear. So very crisp and very dry. It has a mid note of fuchsia peony, rose, and geranium. So the geranium gives it a bit of a snap and a sparkle as well. And then it finishes in tonka bean and musk. So very warm and very rich. And it's a very sexy fragrance. So we call this afternoon into evening beautiful. It's definitely one that it's not for the shy, but it's not overpowering. It's for a girl who wants to be noticed but doesn't want to, slam you in the face. It's fabulous. We have, of course, Euphoria by Calvin Klein. This is a worldwide bestseller, and it's watered fruits and forbidden things, and it's very sensual and very sexy, and it's different on every single person who wears it. We have the classic Vera Wang portfolio. This is a gorgeous fragrance here, and this is Bulgarian rose, stephanotis, a bit of mandarin and some jasmine, and it has a beautiful dry down on the skin. It's shown a lot for brides, but it's really for any woman who wants to smell purely female and gorgeous. We have another hit This is Vera Wang Bouquet, and I love this. This is for an office, I would say, or for any woman who wants to smell very, very fresh, very, very feminine, almost like you've sort of just stepped out of a beautifully perfumed bathroom. And this is iris and beautiful, beautiful Sicilian bergamot. So it gives you a chance to smell very dry, very, very clean, and very, very fresh. So these are just some of the fragrances we have in the portfolio here for you at the Bay, both the downtown here in Vancouver and in Richmond, which is where we're going to be.
So it's always good to come down to a beauty counter just because you get to try each fragrances because it smells different on everybody. And there's also a certain way that you should be putting on perfume, right?
You're so right. When you wear perfume, you want to put it behind your ears, on your wrists, in the crook of your elbow, and behind your knees. So the heat points. Now that's to wear it on the body as such. There's also another way of wearing it, which is called a fragrance rain. And what you do is you take the bottle and you sort of spray in a semicircle and walk through it, and it deposits beautifully on the body. And that way all the alcohol has already burned off in the fragrance, so you're beautifully perfumed and fresh.
That sounds really great. So is it a no-no to rub it?
Rubbing is a no-no. Yeah, for sure, because what you do is you crush the heart of the fragrance, and so it won't develop on you properly. So when you spray it, let it dry, and you're good to go.
Well, thank you so much for teaching about fragrances, and I'm sure everybody will come down to the Bay and just check them out.
Thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. And if you want to know anything else about our other brands, please feel free.
Definitely. That was your show, you guys. We've met Doug Atkinson from Coty Fragrances. We learned a lot about different fragrances. We'll also be having beauty tips coming up in the next couple of episodes also. See you guys next week.